Okay, I'm just gonna do it like this. There you go. Hey! Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for being here. Today's video is not really a tips and tricks video. When it comes to love, it's not tips and tricks. It's really like pure love. Principles. There you go. This is like a principles video. Today it's not, but right now it's not. But by the time I post this, the day I'm posting this video is the day that would have been our first anniversary as boyfriend and girlfriend. Obviously we got married. Technically we're not boyfriend and girlfriend anymore because we're married. But yeah, I'm posting this video on the day that would have been our first anniversary. In light of that, I decided that I wanted to make a video about like how to get along with your significant other or your spouse. Or maybe currently you're not in a relationship but you're watching this for future references. You can apply this when eventually you get into a relationship and eventually get married. I hope you guys enjoy the video and maybe learn something new. I have a few points, but like a lot of the things I'm gonna say is like right off the top of my head. We're not experts. I mean, we've only been married for 3 months, but these things are just from experience, and I mean, I feel like it's working. It's working for us because we get along 90% of the time. I've been really happy about that recently, so I felt like I wanted to share about it with you guys because I mean, who doesn't want to get along with the person they love, right? So you're probably thinking, how does this apply to us? Or like, of course you guys are getting along a lot because you've been best friends for a long time and you've known each other for almost 10 years. While I do believe that, I also believe that's true. Like, knowing someone for a very long time helps, but at the same time you evolve, you change. We all know that not every relationship is perfect, so you have to put effort. You have to continue to strive to keep the relationship going or to keep the relationship working. At the same time, no matter how alike you are with a person, or no matter how long you've known each other, no matter what, you guys are two different people. There will always be differences and there will always be conflict in a sense because you are two different people. We're all created uniquely. There might be arguments about that, there might be tension. So I just feel like there are ways that can lessen those arguments and you can get along with a person a lot more and enjoy your relationship instead of spending most of the time arguing or fighting, right? Yes, arguments and healthy debates are important, but I don't want to spend 90% of our time arguing. If you want to argue all the time, that's just weird. So I'm just gonna start telling you guys like how I feel like we get to get along a lot more, and hopefully it'll help you. Yeah. Okay, so number one is love and respect. Both people in the relationship both want love and respect. I mean, this one's the most basic, loving selflessly. I see a lot of people nowadays, they get into a relationship because they want to feel loved or they want to get something out of it. If you are entering a relationship to begin with just because you want your needs met, that's probably not the best way to enter a relationship. It's probably not gonna go well if that's your mindset. Like, I'm gonna get into a relationship because I want to feel loved, because I want someone to care about me, because I want. So that's kind of sad if you're gonna start off that way, because being in a relationship is loving unconditionally, loving selflessly. If you really love that person, instead of thinking, what can this person give me, you're gonna think about, how can I serve this person? There's also this fine line. What if what they want from you isn't good for them? That's why there's this thing called respect, because you are not just giving everything they want, spoiling them, but you are someone who loves them and is also taking care of them, knowing that what you are giving them will benefit them in a good way. I hope that was clear. So number two is be their friend. Like I mentioned earlier, we've been friends for a really long time. That really helps. If you aren't in a relationship with someone yet and you guys feel like, you know, there's something there or whatever, I really believe that you guys should really build that friendship first. Get to know each other on a friendship level, because it really helps when you are in the relationship already. It's like a normal everyday thing because everyone needs a friend every day. You're that person to them. It's not always going to be like butterflies. So you want to be with someone who is not just the person you love, but also a friend. So this also applies especially when we tend to say hurtful things. You feel like you need to say something in that argument, but you also have to stop and think, would I say this to a friend? It's like normal stuff like that or small stuff like that that really helps in a relationship, no matter how long you've been together. Because if you think about it that way, you become a lot nicer. You wouldn't want to hurt a friend. So number 3 is know and accept. When you're friends or when you enter a relationship, you start to know this person a lot. If they have like these characteristics or these traits that are just not your preference, but it's just their personality, as long as it's not something wrong, you just have to accept it. Knowing that you do have differences helps a lot in the future, because you don't keep trying to get your way. You make sacrifices. Okay, this person wants this. I may not like it, but because I love this person, I'm gonna sacrifice my personal preferences so that this person can be happy. So I think a lot of arguments can be avoided that way, because when you accept a person for who they are and what they like, even the little itty bitty things every single day, it really helps a lot. You just get to know them and like, oh, they're like that. Not my cup of tea, but I guess I'll learn to like it. Or even if you never learn to like it, you just accept it. Number 4 is one of the things that I think is very hard for women. Okay, so number 4 is don't keep receipts. Don't keep a list in your head of all the things that they've done wrong. This is more of a challenge for women, because women remember everything. Almost everything. Especially if you hurt them, there's always that tendency for them to remember. But I am letting you guys know that that is just not gonna help your relationship at all. Especially if you bring it up in a argument. Like, you remember when you did this? Like, oh my gosh, that is just a recipe for disaster. I know it sometimes feels good, but in the end, it's really, really bad. It's bad. It's not only just women. I think men could do this too. Anyone has a tendency to recall past mistakes, past arguments. I think that comes from not forgiving the person in the first place. My advice is that when you guys have an argument and the other person says sorry, make it a point to say, I forgive you. That releases you from holding any bitterness in your heart. And if you're the one who did something wrong, make it a point to say sorry and ask for forgiveness. No one has any bitterness. No one's holding on to grudges. Resolve conflict, learn from it, and try to be better next time. Hopefully, after every argument, things will get better. It won't be the same argument over and over again. That's not a way to live. I'm trying to make this video as fast as possible, but if it's long, I'm so sorry. Anyway, number 5, which is the last one that I can think of right now, don't pick fights. I will admit, there were times that I said something or I did something intentionally because I wanted to be mad, or just to show him that I was mad. So it obviously leads into an argument. We can have the tendency to want to fight, but there are ways to resolve things without having to annoy the person or to make them mad, just to fix something. You don't have to argue. If you're going to say something and you know that it might start a revolution, you just know you're going to trigger that person, get them annoyed or get them mad. Why would you choose to do it? Sometimes it's tempting. What is that supposed to be? I know it can be tempting. You kind of want the other person to chase after you. You'll be like, oh no. Or like you entertain thoughts that aren't even true. The other person didn't even do anything, but because you entertained negative thoughts about the other person, you start an argument based on that, which there wasn't even a problem in the first place. So I feel like the more you avoid doing that, the more you can get along. Is that all?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I think I said everything I needed to say for now. Again, no relationship is perfect. Every relationship has their ups and downs. It will take effort to get along 90% of the time. That's the exciting thing I think about relationships, because if you're not trying to grow, you're not trying to do better and improve, it's gonna be like a boring relationship, because like that's one of the main reasons why you are in a relationship, so that this person can help you grow and you can help that person grow and you'll thrive together. I think that's all we have for today, and I am super thankful if you guys watched all the way through. Hopefully you learned something. Not sure if I got my thoughts out properly. If I didn't say anything clear, you can ask me about it. I don't mind. My final thoughts are just love. He's going away. He left us. He left us. Love the other person unconditionally. Don't be selfish. I assure you, it's much more enjoyable when you're not arguing 90% of the time. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to see more videos like these, just let me know. And if you want to see more content from me, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, follow me on Instagram, and if you like this video, like it. But if you don't, share it, and maybe it'll help someone else. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!